Sister Club loudspeakers, so thank you. Now, please all help me welcome with a big round of applause, Kamal Kassab with his speech titled, Stop the Dams. Stop the Dams, Kamal Kassab.
Fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests, good evening. Do you know why man-made concrete dams are considered to be controversial? While they are credited with improving agriculture and irrigation around the globe, and also for supplying us with hydroelectric energy, which is a green form of power, dams have been responsible for some of nature's worst man-made disasters, and their very existence is a hazard to our ecosystem. Yet, not all dams are man-made concrete structures. There are dams that are intangible. We don't see them, we don't touch them, yet they are inside of us. And they can be just as harmful as the man-made dams. And the irony is, we are the ones who created these dams. We have been building them for years without even knowing. Let me make the analogy. When water flows through a river, it needs to exit somewhere, either to the sea or to the ocean. When we build a dam, this blocks the flow and the energy rises. In a similar fashion, when we have emotions, these emotions flow and they need to exit somewhere. And when we suppress our emotions, they will build up. For example, when we are happy, we smile. When we are sad, we tend to cry. When we are angry, we get to be tense and we raise our voice and get aggressive. Many times when we don't allow our feelings to flow, the consequences can be very harmful. Let me give you the example of my good friend, Adnan. Adnan is the model citizen. He is living a nice family life, and he lives at home with his wife and kids. Adnan wakes up in the morning, takes his breakfast, and goes to work. He is liked by his colleagues, and Adnan does a good job. Yet there is one problem. His boss doesn't like him, and his boss bullies him continuously. Adnan chooses not to fight back because he fears that if he does argue with his boss, he might get a demotion, or even worse, he might get fired. So Adnan drives back home. And during his ride home, he is thinking about what made his boss so angry and why his boss's anger is making him angry and infuriated. And this anger is building up. Unfortunately for his wife, Adnan arrived home with his anger already built up. And he needs to dump this anger somewhere. So who does he dump it on? His wife. And if that's not enough, he will see his children and dump his anger on his children too. It is a proven fact that people who suppress their anger and emotions will suffer from long-term effects later on. Holding your emotions can lead to numbness, mood swings, depression, and even bad immunity. Luckily, there are known ways that we can deal with our emotions. We can go to the gym to lower the adrenaline level. We can write about what we feel. We can paint, we can draw, or we can even go to social media and express whatever thoughts we have on social media. I know a friend who does that, and she's doing very well now. Friends, few of us can argue that the last 12 months have been very difficult for all of us. And this is what I have observed. Those who did not acknowledge the difficulty, ignore the problems. And when things got tougher, we smiled and we moved on. When things got really bad, we held on with whatever remaining strength we had in life. It's been a little more than 3 months since that fateful blast took place in Beirut. The blast was of magnetics, a huge scale. It shattered Beirut. But what I did observe, it shattered also the inner dams that we have built. For the first time, I saw people's true anger appear. They let their emotions go. The anger is there to see. We are all rebuilding, and rebuilding takes time and patience. But what's more important is we need to be true to ourselves of what we feel. So I ask of you, those of you who are rebuilding, like me, when you rebuild, allow the healing process to take its time, be true to yourself, and most important, do not rebuild the inner dam that has been shattered. Let us keep our feelings flowing, and we will get there. Over to you.